Another lecture from the series about national stereotypes. This time, as you can see, it was about Jews. I don't possess any military uniform of the Israeli army, for instance, because it's a dull green. I have a very similar one of the Austrian army. So it's nothing really special, so I didn't purchase it. So I'm now posing a little bit more civilian. Okay, so as usual we have put a table with the positive, negative and neutral or controversial features of the nation. So among the negative ones, let's start as usual from the negative ones. It was that the Jewish people are cunning and they are known for their avarice, and that they support communism, that they are oversensitive about the Holocaust and the other bad things that happen to them, and they try to, according to the stereotype, they try to create a situation in which their suffering is something special and the suffering of other nations it's not special at all. That's the negative stereotype. And the other is that they are also, to some extent, although it sounds crazy, they are also to some extent anti-Semitic. And we can mention Haskalah, the movement that was created by the Jewish intellectuals like Moses Mendelssohn, a friend of Gotthold Ephraim Lessing. Mendelssohn was, with support of his friend Lessing, trying to create a new type of Jewish people, mostly people who would be mostly European and would get rid of the things that are obstacles for them becoming Europeans. Okay, and the also which is the main, the students didn't mention it, but most of these things, those all people, that the Jewish communists, or the Jewish Haskalah people, or the other Jewish people, what's here common feature is alienation, and with this alienation we're starting. Okay, we'll be starting. So about avarice, that's a common feature, common stereotype of the people in which the trade and the tradesmen were all playing a big role. So avarice is also typically associated with Italians, the Dutch and the Greeks. Okay, going on. Cunning and so on, and communism. Okay, communism. Jewish people are a little bit alienated. They didn't invent communism, but they embraced it to some extent. And although the utopian socialism is really Marxism, Marx himself, he was a Jew, but he was an alienated Jew. He was a Haskalah Jew. He behaved like a German. He was a man full of contradictions. He despised aristocracy, and he married an aristocratic girl. He was supported all his life by either his very rich uncle Philips, the one from the you know, the how it's called, the video recorders, and the other things. This is the same family. So he was supported by the uncle Philips, or by Friedrich Engels. He's also Jewish friend who was living in England, born into the rich bourgeois Jewish English family. So okay, so Jews embraced to some extent socialism because they were alienated already, and socialism already produces the ideology according to which the workers are alienated, because they are always the last. They are not typically the other social strata are not concerned with the fate of the workers. So the workers' interest, according to socialism, is to be like embracing the common interest of the strata internationally. So which is very so for instance, the Kaiser Wilhelm II of Germany, he perceived that communism are people without patria, without fatherland. But the communists themselves thought that every worker has no fatherland, which is typically, it is funny that those two opinions are to some extent similar. Okay, so the Jewish people were embracing socialism and they were embracing some other very interesting ideologies, but they also have produced